Uh, Howdy! We are
Hello.
live and alive. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kim. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? And yes, I know I was so behind on everything. I didn't even put Claudia's info in my description, but I apologize for that. But you know what? Does anybody really read those descriptions? I
Oh, you
never
finally
do.
got off my lap.
And I know, thank goodness, they know. See, I told you. She
Yep.
knew.
Well,
and
he realized his sister was sitting in his basket and he's mad.
oh, hey, Bree. No, he realized it's time. I told you, he knows when it's time to leave. So, and plus we have the emails here. We just don't have the Instagram stuff there. But I don't know if anyone here. Hey, Alice.
Well,
If
I'm
anyone
Claudia
here
K.
is
Vintage on all the
saying,
things, so it's not hard to find me if you aren't familiar with who I am.
plus I can always edit later, which I probably forget anyways. But at least I can pretend to try and edit on later.
Oh, in the very beginning when I first started this, I had no idea how to even do any of that stuff. I had nothing in my description boxes in the beginning.
Hey Jane, good morning. Yeah, it's just, and I'm just really bad with all the Barbie. Hey, 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 and Karen. Yeah, and um I'm really just bad with the social media stuff. I don't have the mind, I don't have the patience, and I don't have the knowledge to be successful in the social media. I never know the whole thing about the hashtags. To me, that's still a pound sign, and I don't know how to sell myself on social media. And I don't really, hey Geneva, and I don't really have the patience to put time into it to figure it out. It's just not me. Snowberry Vintage, I know your name and I forget again, but that's okay. Good morning, anyways. So, how have you been, Claudia?
Oh, I'm better now. While you were gone, I was not well, but I'm better now. So
See, it takes coming back home for you to get well, to get better.
that's what you left the country and I got shingles. Somehow that's your fault.
And I come back and they're gone. See, that proves it. Which reminds me, yes, I got my first shingle shot along with my latest COVID booster, and I'm going to go in for my second shingle shot later this month. So
Yeah.
hopefully, I don't have to
You do
deal with that.
not want shingles. That is the single most painful thing I've ever experienced. And I had 3 kids.
Mm,
Shingles is
yikes!
terrible. Terrible.
Oh yeah, and here comes the kitty patrol marching in. The funniest thing happened the other night when I was a little bit late feeding, and one of the feral kittens, the ones from last year, the ones that are like a year and 3 months old now, all of a sudden start meowing from my living room, and I know he's come into the house, and usually he comes in when I'm not around, because I sometimes catch him when I come out of the bedroom at night to get ready for bed and go to the bathroom, and he's sitting there and looking at me with big eyes, and then he runs out as fast as he can, and I've caught him in the kitchen eating the crunchies ones too. But he normally stays away from me when I'm here. I know he's tried to come in a couple times when I was sitting here, but it was so quiet. I didn't have a TV or anything on that he didn't realize I was sitting there until I shifted or something. He realized it and he turned right back around and left again. But yesterday, because I was running late on food, he was in the living room complaining loudly, telling me it's time, and I never saw him, but as soon as I was out there with the dishes, he was in line eating.
That's funny. They know the schedule. Cats like their schedules.
Yeah, and it's so funny because the mama, she doesn't get enough food, I don't think. And even though I feed them all, and they don't like the dry food because sometimes I spoil the mama with wet food because, especially when she has kittens, because I want her to be able to feed the kittens,
Yeah.
produce the milk she needs. So, but the mama, she does not seem to get. Hey, Mary. And Joan, hello. She does not seem to get Steph. Long time. She does not seem to get a lot of the food, even though she's good at fighting for it. And I have a gazillion dishes out there. Uh, But then today I gave her a little extra, and two of those older kittens were there trying to snitch something. But I was standing in the door and watching. I knew better. And lo and behold, they let her eat. And they looked at me and I said, no, those were Dewey and Huey. So they know their names. They look at me, it's like, Huey? No. He looks at me? No. He sits and watches Mama and watches me and lets her eat. It was amazing. And Mama watches me because Mama never gets that close, but she knew there was the food and I was standing, 4 or 5 feet away. Normally she wouldn't let me get that close, but she knew. She figured out somehow that I was just watching over her that she could eat. It was amazing. So anywho, another thing I did, and I don't know if anyone is interested, but let me tell another story. When I came back, I saw because my Costco membership was expiring, and Costco doesn't do photos anymore, that they rolled everything off on Shutterfly. So with this Costco membership, you get special free shipping and this and that, and special deals on Shutterfly. And they had a sale anyways for Memorial Day. So I did do the one thing I've never done before. I've been wanting to do for several years now, order the metal prints. Because the metal prints were half off, everything was half off, and including those large enlargements that I got sitting right behind me, right there, that big roll. That's all like 16 by 20 and 11 by 14 and whatever in between sizes that I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with. Now the metal prints, I was disappointed because they didn't come in shiny. They did not come. They only came in matte, and I've never seen metal
Oh,
prints matte. But
that's interesting. Wow, that is gorgeous,
isn't
Tiger.
that a nice shot?
Oh,
That's the
wow.
Oranienburg Castle in Germany. It's outside of Berlin. Actually, it's just about an hour on the train, on the subway, on the train from where I was staying at my cousin's house. So I got
That's
that.
that's amazing. I
I
love
had
that.
that done, and I'm really happy with the way this one came out. The other one, I wonder if I should just enlarge myself for that. So, if you don't mind,
Oh no.
so
Go ahead.
you can see the picture better. So that's
Uh,
one, and the
it
other
doesn't
one,
even look real. The
it's a little
symmetry
too
on that
light.
looks so good.
Yeah, it's a little too light, but I've learned that they all come out a little bit lighter than they look on the file. It's really hard when you look at the little computer, and when you blow them up and put them on paper, they always come out a little bit different. The other one, I'm not quite sure if I should be happy with it or not. The other one is this one, which is my rock, still buried before I picked it up. My new favorite pet.
Oh,
And I did, hey Georgia, and I did crop it a little too much, I think. It's still nice, and I kind of like the detail in it. I'm torn. I love the detail in it, but I think it would have looked a little bit better if I hadn't cropped it quite as much. Because here's the actual paper version that I put in a frame that I picked up for $1 just yesterday.
oh
And
yeah.
this one you can see a little bit more of the seed. So I should have probably not cropped it as much, even though I kind of did it on purpose because I wanted to see the detail, that detail on there. So I'm gonna hang those two next to each other, I think. That
Yeah.
way, there I have them both.
Yep. I think I would hang them next to each other.
It's kind of cool though. It's still kind of cool. And you live and learn. I mean, it was still kind of a lot of money I wasted on those metal shots, but I'm really happy I did. But I've
No,
never
that first one, that is just so stunning. That was not a waste of money. Nope.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't believe that they don't do it shiny because all the metal shots I've ever seen were shiny. In fact, I saw one at Gucci for $1 and change yesterday that was shiny, and the ones that my cousin has at her house are shiny, and those are the ones that I've been looking at for the last few years, and every time I see them, I'm like, I'm gonna get one of those. I mean, hers are from Venice. Her son went to Venice, and he did those pictures for her, and they're gorgeous. And these one would have been nicer if they had been, but you know what? They don't offer that, so I got to deal with it. So for next time, I'm probably going to find another company who does them in shiny. And here's that rock I've been talking about. And here I'm gonna go ahead and do that number again. Isn't that the most
Ooh.
clear rock? That's why I fell in love with it. Here's it.
Wow.
This side. Here's that side. Looks like some animal print. That one I really love.
That is something.
Isn't that unique?
Yeah, I see why you fell in love with it.
And now you can see why I'm carrying rocks on the plane when I have limited baggage allowance.
I would have done the same thing.
Here it's brown. I mean, it's just the design on this thing. I mean, I especially love that part.
Yeah.
It is so unique. So yeah, my new favorite rock. Oh, and that's why I took the picture because I knew I had something large when I took the picture, and when I dug it up, I was like, "Wow, that is amazing." So, anywho, hi Vicky. But we were also going to rehome some totally cool stuff, and I know some of you are here to see what totally cool stuff we brought. Well, some of the items I brought were the ones that I had on last week's show that I brought back from Germany, and I also have a few clearance items that I lowered the prices on. Hopefully, you all help me to find a good home for them because my home is getting too big, too small for all these items. So back to you, Claudia. Whatever you want to say, if you want to show rocks or introduce yourself or just go right to the rehoming.
I think most everybody knows me. I see all of our friends in the chat. But just in case you don't, I'm Claudia K. Vintage on all the things. I have a sale on Monday called Glass with Class at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I have coffee chat and a small sale on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. And then I just post videos of hauls and sometimes crafty things and, whatever. I'm shipping from Ohio. So if you're in Arizona or California, you might want to take that into consideration when you're looking to buy something from me. I think that's everything. Did I forget anything? And hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, you just had a super big birthday and a super cool birthday party to go with it.
Okay, so my first items are going to start at $6. And they are these hand-painted metal trays. And the leaves are slightly different on them.
Wow.
And they were originally $3, so that's just what I get. It's $6 for both. They're not signed, though. When my kids started making art when they were in high school, I was like, always sign your stuff. But they did not always sign their stuff, and this person did not sign their stuff, even though these are super cute.
These are super cute.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Karen. And they're this size. I didn't get to give a shout out to everybody when they were coming in, but hello. They are 8.5 by 6.5. 8.5 by 6.5. So pretty. And if you're interested in just one, let me know. Although I think they look really pretty together.
Those are pretty, yeah, and you can use them for like if you have in your entranceway or something, you can put like little postcards, ephemera on it or something. You can use it for your jewelry on the dresser, or you can just stand them in, on a little light stand.
Hi, Becky. All right, and my second item is going to start at $10, and it is an Avon powder jar. I have an Avon powder jar sitting on my dresser. Because I have ADHD, once I put something away, I forget it exists. But if it's in clear glass or if it's in that clear acrylic, then I know it's there. So I keep my brooches in one of these on my dresser. And this one is a bit bigger than the one I've got on my dresser. They made different versions throughout the years. So this one, 6 inches across. Yeah, clear glass is fantastic if you have ADHD. Or if you find yourself missing things once you put them away and you forget they exist, clear glass. No chips, no cracks. It's in perfect condition.
That's me. I need clear glass.
And those are my first two. And I'm so happy to be back.
Oh, and I'm just happy. And it's awesome to see you again. I missed hanging out. I don't get
Me
to hang out
too.
that much. So my first one, and that's a biggie because it is a big and heavy piece, and it is not in 100% good shape. But I know we have some locals who may be collecting stuff. It's a totally cool wooden ram. I believe it's a ram. No, that piece is missing. I have it. I tried to glue it back on. I couldn't figure out how. I know you. Some of you guys know how to do that. It's right here. That's the way I got him. He came out of an auction lot, and so, and I'm gonna start him at $12, which is a steal because I figure it's probably gonna be quite a lot to ship, and he is a little bit. He has a little bit of a handicap there with his horn, but we should not discriminate against him for his handicap, should we? I don't
No,
like
we
to
should not.
discriminate because sometimes these, he's just so cool, and I don't know what kind of wood it is. It's not the shiny ironwood. It's got the color of the ironwood, but the way he is made, you can see the texture. I don't know what they did there. It looks like they ran a fork again against him or something. And he is not marked that I know of. And I, of course, my trusty measurement is somewhere in the car because I used it yesterday and I forgot to bring it back in. Oops. Yeah, I've been gone way too long. I forgot how to do this. So if anyone is interested, $12 in the wooden ram. I figured I'd give it a try. I know you probably don't want me to ship it to the East Coast. That'll be a fortune.
He's
But
majestic.
yes. Plus, I'll be traveling east sometime later this year. So if anyone is interested in him, I can also, and wants to wait, I can also hand deliver him if you're somewhere on my way. So, but I understand if the shipping, and yes, please do remember, folks, shipping is real. And we have to pay for that shipping. It's not like I'm getting it for free and I'm just making it up. And once I pack up something, and once you get my invoice, your item is packed, then I spent a time to pack it up and be money on the materials to pack it up while I can
Mm-hmm.
probably reuse most materials if you change your mind and if I have to unpack it again, or I may be able to reuse some of the materials, but like the bubble wrap I tape up so it doesn't fall apart during shipping. So remember that, please. Remember that, and I'd rather you just tell me, hey, I'd love to buy it, but I can't afford the shipping. I understand that. Don't don't make any offers. It's just easier that way for everybody involved. Um, then I have, this is one of my clearance items, and I this is such a beautiful piece. It's the Blue Mountain pottery vase. No, I have not seen a lot of pieces like this. I mean, that's kind of there, and here's their signature, hardly visible. And this one we're gonna start at $7. It is a shorter one. It's not the tall one. Again, makes it easier on the shipping. It'll be a smaller package, and it is just a beautiful piece. And I love those big belly vases because the tall, straight ones, they're so common. The belly ones, I just don't find as many of. It is just, and I don't mind leaving it in my display, but I just don't have room anymore. I have so much stuff to display. I mean, I've got that huge blue pottery lion up there. Ugh, well, I can't reach it from here. That blue pottery lion. He is huge, and if anyone's interested in him, email me. Um, I'm keeping him for now, but he is also nothing is nothing has to stay in my house. Some of these guys would like to move on to another house, another home with their um Karen, thank you for saying that because I'm trying. I'm trying to keep the prices low to make up for the shipping. At the same time, I can't keep them too low because I pay for these items. I pay for my time.
Yeah,
I pay for materials, especially shipping materials. Since I don't do the shipping and handling charge and charge you $5 extra for the shipping materials, it all has to be paid for, and that's the beast of internet. And I know the big companies like QVC, Amazon, and all those, they have so many, they ship so much, they have special deals for the shipping companies, or Amazon has their own shipping company. Yeah. Sorry, Karen, I misplaced my measurement thingy, but it is a little bit shorter. It's probably about a 6 inch, I would say, tall.
that's what I would guess.
Look, it's about, yeah, it should be about 6 inches tall. So then that was my two. And on that note, we're going back to Claudia.
And since we're talking about shipping, I don't charge an extra fee either. The shipping that I charge you on your invoice is the exact shipping that Pirate Ship charged me. And I always choose the cheapest shipping unless it's something that's expensive and needs to be insured. So I have 2 Harkerware dinner plates in this gourd. Let me turn off the ring light because I think it blows out the color. Yeah.
Nice.
This gorgeous blue with this ruffle around the edges. So these are Harkerware, made in the USA. And they are just so pretty. And they do have a little bit of use. These are going to start at $12 for both. But it's not, they're in good used condition. There's not horrible utensil marks like there are sometimes. There's no dishwasher damage at all. No chips to them, no cracks. And I don't think there's any crazing on these either. So they're in really beautiful condition. I just fell in love with the color, and then this ruffle that they did here. They did these plates in a lot of different colors. There's a small, maybe a rust spot right there. It's like shiny. So I don't know if there's something under the glaze. We know I don't like OPD, other people's dirt. So everything gets a good scrubbing as soon as it comes into my house. We do not want any OPD. Oh, are you guys looking at my clear glass? I had to pull some of it off because it's in today's sale. And then, like, nobody fall in love with this piece. That's my mom's. I picked up some gorgeous crystal and clear glass lately. Okay, my next item, he's going to start at just $6. Just $6 for this little guy. Now, he's made in China, but he's made in China. He's vintage, made in China. There's got a little imprint of China there on the bottom. And his blue is really pretty blue.
That is pretty. Yep.
This was my blue round. Blue plates, blue rooster. And he is, oh, and the size on those plates, I forgot to tell you, they are the dinner plates size. They're the big ones. He is 4 inches tall. Hey, Beth. Oh, Beth, don't put me on the big screen.
Well, she don't want to put me in a big screen. It better be you.
And Beth is doing her third annual $10 thrift challenge. And it was an open collab. And those videos will all go live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I've got a video in there.
Yay! How did I miss out on these things? I didn't even know.
You weren't here.
I was gone.
You were traveling.
I was gone.
You were a traveling man.
That's what happens when you travel.
All right. And those are my two.
Cool. And hi, Angela. And I have those totally cool, I don't know, I call them espresso cups, but we could call them demi-tasse. which is a weird word, like a half tuss or something, half cup. Those are the
Oh,
ones I picked up in Germany. They are Weimar Cobalt. There is the mark on the back, and we are starting these at $12 for a set of two. $12 for a set of two.
I love the shape on that.
Isn't that cool? It's got
Yeah.
the nice triangular shape, and I love the design too. It's like it's kind of a nice design because I don't like the big flowery things usually, but these are kind of like the little gold, and that looks like a bee actually. You know, it's like it's probably wheat or something, but if you look at it closely, it could be a bee. You can make it into a bee. So yeah, I just really love those. And they got the gold trim on top and the gold trim on the bottom and the handle, and they are just absolutely pretty. I mean, and that dealer at the flea market when I bought those, I mean, he would not let me go. I mean, he was asking way too much money for them. We were haggling back and forth, and as I was walking away, he came up with a price I could handle. So I got four total. I figured I'd keep two, but if anybody wants even more than those two, let me know.
I would feel
But
so fancy drinking out of that.
I would feel like that's a thimble. I don't want to drink out of that. I want to be able to actually have something in my mouth after I drink out of a cup. Oh, that's what my aunt always said. She made that up. That little small cups that my mom had were, I don't know why she had small cups in her dish set just because they were part of the set. And she was always like, "No, that's too small. That's a thimble. You don't want to drink out of a thimble." That was funny. So, anyways, no interest. That's okay. We can move on. And then there's always the recap later, and there's always the video later. So if you see the video later, you can always, yep, right, Kim. You can always email us if you have any question. Now that donkey, I know I had him on before, and he does have a boo boo. He is not in 100% good shape. That's why I decided to bring him back, and I will discount him. I'm going to discount him to what was I? I'm going to say $6 for the whole set. It is a beautiful, and I forgot again. I'm disorganized. I didn't bring a little tray to put them on. It's got this little donkey with a wildcat juice. It is a art mark, and it does have on the other side missing this guy a little bit, and it does have all the cups. Again, I have only two hands, so I'm gonna have the cups up separately because I don't want to juggle them. The cups are there, and they are marked Japan.
Oh my goodness, they're tiny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to drink out of it. You're supposed to look at it. But then, if it's a shot, you can use them as a shot glass and put a little bit of booze in there. So this is the way it would look when it's
And
all
that's
set up.
just starting at $6. That is classic mid-century modern. Oh, I love it.
And if you hang it up like it's displayed like this, you don't even see that the other piece is broken. The other side is broken, and it sits fine without it. It doesn't hang, like it doesn't depend on it to stay up. I've had it sitting, and it looks just fine. So if it's something for your own collection, you can use it like this and just hang it in your sit it on your shelf and enjoy it. But we're gonna move on and give it back to you.
All right, my next item starting at 15. And it is this tiny ball pitcher. It's so stinking cute. And I found two the day that I found this one, and my mom liked the other one better because we all know she has a tiny pitcher collection. She's so funny. This is the one I would have kept if I needed a pitcher, but she liked the other one better. It's just 6 inches. So this would have been a little juice pitcher. No chips, no cracks. I couldn't figure out which company made it. because most of the ones I saw, the lines here around this part went up and down instead of going sideways. So I couldn't even find one like this.
I love the design on this. It
Yeah,
looks really nice.
I love how these ball pitchers just sit like this. I just love the look of it. I love the big ones, the small ones, the ones that are color, the clear glass. I love them all. It's
Nice.
darling. And I'm guessing Depression era just because of its look. But that would be a guess because I couldn't identify the company that made it.
Yeah, that's a nice piece. I mean, and again, you can do so much with the clear. I don't know why people don't like the clear. I don't even buy clear anymore when I see it at the stores, and I see some beautiful stuff and sometimes for good prices, but people just don't like the clear. I mean, I have some of the
Yeah.
most clear pieces myself, but I'm not gonna give up. They're staying put, which is why I'm giving everything else up.
Well, I have all of my makeup and all of my jewelry over there in clear glass and loving it because I can see everything.
I should do. I don't have
Second one.
makeup, but I have some jewelry.
This one's
Nice.
going to start at $10. Now, this is not vintage, and it is just probably made in China, but this is a Hobby Lobby piece. And I've watched other sellers selling them and not know where they came from. But I'll tell you how I know it's a Hobby Lobby piece. My parents bought me my own a few years ago for my birthday, and then I thrifted this one. So I had two for a while, but you guys gifted me so many gorgeous swans. I don't have room for this guy anymore. So if you go on Hobby Lobby's website, it's $22 right now. If you catch it on 50% off, which occasionally they do run them, you pay $11. So I have it at a starting point of $10. No chips, no cracks. It's in really good condition. Each one of these is slightly different. Like mine is a paler pink than this one because they are handmade.
I thought it was a flamingo with his legs cut off.
It's 7 inches tall. Well, the reason I have them displayed with my swans is because they've got the swoopy neck. And then you look closer, you're like, wait a second, that's a flamingo, not a swan.
That's a pink. That's pink. Yeah. But it's a pretty piece, whatever it is.
Yeah, it is.
And I like
pretty.
the black beak on it too. I like the accent of it with the black eyes and stuff.
It's still got some sticker remnant on it.
I wasn't sure if you saw that picture I posted where I tagged you with the ship in the background and the swan in the front.
Yeah.
I was so thinking of you. Hope.
I thought I
hope.
commented on it.
That's
not a-
yeah. That was just a beautiful. I mean, a beautiful shot, and that's the one I should have done in a metal thing. I didn't even think about that. I'll do that next time, because and with the tree and stuff, I just fell in love with that shot, and the swan in front. I mean, they were both white. They were it just worked out perfectly.
All right, I am going to start the countdown for Hope. And yes, Karen, I would love someday to buy a house with one of the original pink bathrooms. It's my dream. It's my dream. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
Cool.
Boy, the lag.
Good to see you again, Hope. It's been a while. I hope
There
you're
we
doing
go.
okay.
Thank you, Hope. And those were my two.
That was a long leg. Cool. Now I do have one of the pieces. I have a few of these green pieces in the today that I brought back from Germany.
Ooh.
That is that weird shaped vase. I just love the shape of this thing.
Yeah, you have such a good eye for a shape on something. I love that.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have a sticker anymore. It probably had the sticker like the fish too, because they're all. I'm pretty sure they're all the same company.
Oh, look at
There's
that.
the sticker. The fish will be on later. That's the Silberdistel, Fayence, and Handarbeit made in Germany. So it's made in Germany, handmade. And we are starting this guy. And again, I sorry, I forgot the measurement. It's probably about 8 inches tall, I would think. Um, Starting this guy at, whoops, where is it? $12. $12. That's a steal. If you go on eBay, people are trying to get like 50, 60, $70 for these things, but I'm sure they're not getting that kind of money, which is why I don't really go by what eBay prices are. Etsy is
Yeah,
even free. But this is a vintage piece. It is a handmade in Germany, and it is a unique piece.
it
So
is
if you're
just
into green,
stunning.
isn't it? Green is not my color. I know you love the green, but I love the way it's painted too because it's got the speckles and stuff. It's not just green green. It's got some texture. It shows like texture even though it's shiny and it's glazed. That's the way I that's what's really nice about this company. They made some real nice stuff. Reminds me of Green Mountain, the German version, except I like the painting
Yeah.
better. I just like the design better because it's got the like I said, it's got the design. It's just but I don't need to tell about it. You can see it. You can look at it and it's got the triangular shape and it is not super tall.
You got Joan in at 12. That is a steal. That piece is amazing.
Oh yes, I didn't even see that yet. See my leg. It's just this leg. Thank you so much, Joan. It is. I know. And I found it at the flea market and I got a good deal on it. I mean, I bought almost all of his pieces that he had. I got the salamander or gecko or whatever it's supposed to be, and I got the fish and I got the I don't know if it's crystalline. Good question. I should research that. I never even thought of that. But it is definitely pottery piece of some sort, ceramic piece. I mean, I always get pottery and ceramic and mixed up, and sometimes I say porcelain because it starts with a P. I'm just so disorganized in my head. If it's the same letters, then I get them all mixed up and I say the wrong words. Words are just not my thing. So let's go ahead and start the countdown. If anyone else is interested, this is your time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. And now we're waiting. Now the waiting game starts. The count stops and the waiting game starts. Go figure. There it is. That was quick. Thank you so much, Bree. And thank you for your help, Bree. Everybody remember, Bree's having a
Yes.
whatnot
Thank you,
sale
Bree.
today. Sometime you can go ahead. I don't know if Bree, if you can post a link to your whatnot channel later on. Um,
Bree and
I
I
think
are going to do a sale together at the end of the month on Beth's channel.
nice.
Yeah, I get to meet her face to
Yay!
face. Her and Beth,
Cool.
instead of just talking to him through the chat. Excited.
Cool. I didn't. That's cool. That's gonna be fun. I gotta mark my calendar for that. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, I do have this decanter with the glasses, and this one I'm gonna have to start at $15. Now this is the decanter. Now this thing here, I'm sure it was made like this. I know why there's such a big gap, but it looks kind of nice, and this is definitely the stopper that goes with this. So there's the decanter. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Bree. Everybody remember Bree's whatnot sale, and she's gonna tell us the time and stuff later on, I'm sure. Or bring it now and bring it later on too. $15, and it comes with I think I had 6 glasses. Right now I have 5 here. There's a 6th one somewhere. So, and I did not bring my little white board. You would think it's the first time I've done this. I keep forgetting my whoops, my important things. There we go. There you go. Isn't that mid-century? Isn't that beautiful? I
That is
do
a
like the
beautiful
bra-
set.
I do like the the brown, and here's the bottom.
Yeah,
I do
that's
like
beautiful.
the brown smoky colors. I mean, I like the gray better, but the brown and the gold, that looks really good on this thing. And the decanter, no, I don't, again, I didn't measure any of it, but it's a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier. But it is just beautiful. And I especially like the design of the top with all the little riffles there and the way they made it. And it's got the gold. There's gold on the top. And yeah, it's a little bit bigger. What would I say, 12 inches? Today at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Whoops, this way. So, and then there's a little gold trim on the bottom, and it is in excellent shape. So $15 for this guy, plus 6 glasses, that's a steal. I mean, they don't make these anymore. And this was made in East Germany. That was made in the old GDR. I forgot the name of the company. I can look it up again if you're interested. But it was definitely made in the old East Germany. So they did have luxury items there. They did have nice stuff. They did make nice stuff. So, but it looks like we can go ahead and move on. And that was my 2. Thank you, everybody.
All right, this is going to start at 15. And it is stainless steel blades, Sheffield, England. And it's a carving set.
Wow, nice.
For me, this was purely nostalgic. The knife is a little over 12 inches. And they don't look like they've been used. You've got the sharpener here. You've got the fork to hold it while you're carving. And the box is in pretty good condition. There's a tiny spot right there. And then on here, just a little bit of wear.
Nice. I have one of those knives from Sheffield, but I don't have the set and I don't have the box or anything.
I
That's
just
really
fell in love
nice.
with the box. And I
Yeah.
picked up thinking that it was just going to be, empty or missing a piece or something. And then it was all there. And I was like, no way.
Even
Now they
without the
did.
carving set, you can display the box and just enjoy that.
Yeah. I do think that these are plastic. They did make some out of like antler horn, but I don't think these are those.
Yeah, they look kind of plasticky. Mine is
Yeah.
antler.
But they made them for years and years and years. So
Yeah, that's a nice piece, and it's a good brand. I mean, that's a good company. They're well known.
all right. And if you're watching on the replay and if you want to know if something's still available, by all means, email me or message me on Instagram and I will let you know.
Yes.
And my second one is this was my international round. So that was from England. This is from Italy. And it is going to start at $20. The ceramic basket. It's a nice size. Made in Italy. And that's Deruta, which I was looking. I think it's a region. I don't think it's a company. And I know Italy likes to do that. Label their stuff by region. It is just a little over 9.5 inches wide and then across 7.25. And then with the handle of the basket, it stands a little over 7 inches tall. It's a really pretty piece of Italian pottery. It's a little bit rustic, like not super finished on bits. So pretty. It's the size. And I don't come across Italian pottery too often. This might be my third piece ever.
We do quite have quite a lot of it here, but Portugal too, though.
I
But
love
they're
Portugal
similar,
pottery.
even though they're different countries, but they're same area of the world, so they have similar style. But yeah, I find a lot of Italian and Portuguese stuff here.
I actually prefer the Portugal pottery over Mexican pottery. I know
I
people
do
are gonna be like,
too.
what? But I do. I think it's
No,
great. All
I do
right.
too. Of
Those are
course,
my
Mexican
two.
pottery we have a lot here. Okay, that was your two, you said?
That
Oh
was
yeah,
my
that's
two.
true though. So what do I do? I have this totally cool Targety condiment liquor kind of basket. I don't know what to even call this thing. I know there was a name for it. And it is large. I think it's probably about what, 9, 10 inches across. I'm not sure. It does have the insert. Look at that.
Oh,
It does
wow.
have the insert. And we're starting this at $12. So it's got the insert tray. You can use that for condiments or for little, like, cheeses or olives, or put olives and cheese, in different trays. So it's got three on the outside, and the middle is a tray too. You can put dip in there. And here's the other piece, the bottom piece. Here's the edge, and here is the sticker. Whoops, upside down. Handmade in Japan, handcrafted. And serving tray. There you go. Thank you, Bree. And this is a beautiful piece. I picked that up from Vintage and Vino a while ago, and I had it sitting on my shelf there for a while. But I just need to redo things, and I don't use it as much because I don't do parties or anything, so I don't use it as a for condiments or for olives and cheese or anything. But look at that tree.
That would be
I just,
great if you were making mixed drinks. You'd have your maraschino cherries, your olives, and then your little
oh,
pearl onions in there.
there you go. That's a great idea.
Because you could keep the lid on so nothing drops in on your whatever they're called. Your garnishings? Is that what it's called?
Hmm.
I don't remember what that's called when you put it in a drink. That's very
I don't
cool.
know if it's the same in the drink. Food would be garnishing, so maybe it's the same in drinks. Thank you, Roxanne. Got you for 12. And that's a steal. I probably paid more than that for it, but you know what? I had it for a while. I enjoyed it for a while, and now it's time for it to be enjoyed somewhere else. I love the tree. The tree design is what got me on it. Nut tray. There you go. Exactly. Nuts. We are what we eat, right? And yeah, it's a beautiful piece. And even on the side, there's trees. I just love trees. I just love trees. So let's go ahead and count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop. There was a time on Fatbird or the Fatbirds when Nikki could put in all these different words for the stop and start playing around with that. That was so funny. Cool. Thank you so much, Roxanne. Appreciate it. This one is going to you. And that was my first one. Then we have, oh yeah, I need to dig up my things again because I'm just stacking stuff and I forget. I did pick up these horse stamps in Germany, and I figured they're either for collector of horses, for collectors of stamps, or if you want to do little, like the little small displays or ephemera displays. So these are going to be a choice lot, and I'm starting these at $6 each. One of the sets is from Romania, and one of the sets is from Poland. Now this is the Polish set. Look at those horses. You know what I'm thinking? If you have one of those typeset trays that I know Catherine Young did that. She showed how you can take these things apart and make them all nice. Steph, got you down there. Thank you. Make them all like put the background on them and stuff. And that's what I was thinking. If you want to use like stamps for something like that, or if you just want to display the stamps. Again, if you don't have much room and you want to display something, you can use a small little container and just stick them on there, or one of those trays you had earlier, and spread them out on there. You can look at the horses. Of course, if you spread them out somewhere, you would want to put a piece of glass on top that they don't blow off when you open the window. So these have horses, and some of these have, and these are the Romanian ones up there, and I just noticed there's a Polish one in here too. So that one is a Polish one right there, but look at that dressage picture. That is just gorgeous. No, I don't believe in the racing because I don't treat the animals right, and it's just, yeah. But that's why we have one here with just horses without people. That's why I'm giving you all a choice. I love the colors. I mean, look at these colors on there. Then there's Tanzania. See, they have some mixed nations in there, but I just went with Romania and Poland because I saw those for the big part here. So this is Romania set and Tanzania. I love the backgrounds on Tanzania. I love the
Yeah, I
color.
like the background on those too.
And then this one is Poland, and then there's some Romania in there too, I think I saw. So let's go ahead and count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. And I did count them, but I forgot. But you can see these are gorgeous. There we go. Which one would you like, Steph? Would you like the one that I call Poland because it's got the big Polish one in front here? And then there's Polish, and that's Romanian. Or would you like the one that I call Romania? Tanzania. There we go. Steph is making up her own names. Tanzania. You got it. Thank you so much. And that was it. Back to you.
Those are the ones I would have picked too, Steph. Those pretty
Yeah.
ones. All right, this is my crystal round. So this is going to start at $30. This is Waterford crystal. This is the Marquis double old-fashioned glass. And you're probably not going to be able to see it, but right there it says Marquis by Waterford. Nope, you're not going to be able to see it. But it is gorgeous.
Nice.
And this double old-fashioned they made in two different patterns. I prefer this one. I think it's so pretty.
I love the clearness of it.
Yeah. Well, I knew when I picked it up that it was good. I didn't realize it was Waterford until I got it in the sunlight. It's 4.5 inches tall. Of course, now it's got my fingerprints on it. But the clarity, oh, so good. So good.
Yep.
Yeah, Karen, nothing sparkles like Waterford. And I went through everything trying to find a second one. And then I looked it up and I realized that they sell single ones on eBay all the time for more money than I'm asking.
Yeah, those are, I just love the design on those, the look on those.
Yeah. You get this nice pattern down here at the bottom too. It's so stinking pretty. And I know it's a bit pricey, but it's Waterford crystal.
That's the way it is. It's worth it too.
All right, I'm going to set it to the side. And then this beauty Going to start at 25. The way that this throws rainbows is just amazing. This is Rosenthal crystal.
Nice.
And oh, you can see it.
Yep. That's the Rosenthal brand. That's one of my favorite companies. They have the most beautiful things.
I know. Look at it. And they made this in, like, I think 3 different sizes, different versions. Like, there's a smaller one that has a pedestal base. There's a larger one that's more flared out, that's more like a fruit bowl. It's just gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. It also is very heavy.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is, yeah, that's a stunning piece.
Karen, that's awesome.
Great catch, Karen.
Pattern is beautiful. And it's funny because even back when I hated clear glass, I loved crystal. I would thrift crystal and I would use it. I would drink out of it. I would cry when the kids broke it, which frequently happened because I was raising 2 boys and a clumsy girl. All right. That was my crystal round.
Cool. And next up, I have the purple sorbet dish. And this one was starting at $7.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know if this is a bohemian, but I believe it would be. It's just cut like them.
Yeah,
And
that would be my guess too.
Fortunately, I only have this one. I wish I had a set of 2 at least, or a set of 4 for a family. But seriously, who's going to use this for sorbet or to eat out of? It's too dainty. I would be worried about breaking it. I would probably just display it like with everything else I have in purple. My purple world. But I also brought this back from Germany. So this traveled from Germany. Hi, Kaz. Good morning. Sorry you're late. I was wondering if you were okay. You spend too much time on the internet when people worry about you being okay if you're not there right on time. And I love the design. I mean, it's got a little darker on the bottom and then it's got a little bit lighter on the top. And again, I don't have floating candle. There you go, Karen. Again, I don't have my measurement thingy because I remember taking it out of the car and then I left it in the kitchen. Because my little one has disappeared and I needed it yesterday, so I took it with me and yeah. In fact, my little one is the one that I usually have here that I can't find. Anyways, you can tell it's not that big. It's not super big.
You got Jane in at 7. I would feel so fancy, like just eating pudding out of it. I'd feel like the fanciest person.
Yeah, but knowing me, I would be worried about messing it up with a spoon or something or hitting it the wrong way and cracking it. So I probably would be scared to eat out of it. But maybe just put like nuts in there or something and just, use your fingers. Then you're not, you don't have a hard metal piece of food spoon or a fork that you can hit against it. Or just put some candy in there or M&Ms or something.
Becky said use a plastic spoon.
There you go. I wonder what the colors would look like if I put M&Ms in there. You know, I learned when you put beer into a purple glass, it looks really weird orange.
Really?
I'm not ever going to do that again because just looking at it, it does not look like beer anymore. It looks like some weird Chinese Fanta. And I'm just thinking, no, that doesn't look right. That can't be my beer. It was though. But yeah, I'm not gonna put beer in in a purple glass anymore. I learned my lesson. And I do have plenty of beer glasses, so I don't even have to, but I do. So let's go ahead and count this down. 10, 9, 8, and that's a steal. This is really bohemian. It's worth a lot more than $7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Look at that. There you go, Karen. Yeah, see, and you drink out of it. You just gotta be careful. See, it wouldn't work for me because I have cats who jump over my table, and I'd be worried about them knocking it down. Even though they're
Mhm.
really careful about not knocking things down, but sometimes they want to knock things down. You know how they are. Bloop, bloop, they do that. Oh, what are you doing here? You're in my way. Bloop. Oh, thank you so much, Jane. This one will be going to you. And my next one is the biggie, the fish wall pocket. Now, this one I got $20 on. It is it is such a beautiful piece.
That is just amazing. And it's a
And
wall pocket?
it's a wall pocket.
Oh my
Right there.
goodness. That makes it even better.
And here's the string. So you hang it up like this.
Look at that. $20 is a steal.
Yes. And
I love it.
here's this tag. Made in Germany. Now, I don't know how old exactly he is, but he is definitely not before World War II, so he would be after 1990, which would still make him vintage.
Mm-hmm.
But he is just stunning. And yes, I'm just deciding that he is a he. I do that sometimes. Look at the fin there sticking out. Look at the eye and the what do they call that mouth on a fish?
You got Connie in at 20.
Hi Connie, good morning, and thank you so much. And thank you, Claudia. I was not
That's
looking
just
at.
amazing, man. I would hang that right on my wall. I love it.
That's what I was planning on doing with it, but who am I kidding? I have so much stuff for my walls. I don't have
I
room
know,
for
right?
him. I mean, I could make a room, but he would be buried among so many other things. He would not be able to show his beauty, and he would just not have the spot he. Thank you, Connie. He deserves. And again, it's got this totally cool paint job that looks like texture, even though it's not. It's glazed. And he survived the trip home without any nicks and any cracks and any chips. And I will try and ship him priority, and if not, he will be insured because he is fairly heavy. So the shipping is not going to be super cheap. That's why again I'm keeping the price low. I could probably ask twice as much and would get
You've
it
got
somewhere
Martha
at some
in at
point. But
22, and Becky wants to know if it matches the triangle base of vase. And you said you thought they were the same company, right?
yes, it does. Thank you. There we go. There you go. If you look at them together.
Yeah. Connie's back at 24.
Yeah, he is a stunner. Okay. Thank you so much.
I love the movement with the tail, the fin. Oh, it's just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, even the tail is not just made straight. It's made like a little wavy there. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And it's a wall pocket.
And Martha says she is out to Connie.
Cool. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead, start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Yeah, right. The little mouth on the big fish. Looks like he's getting ready to kiss someone. It's a kissy fish. I'm gonna miss him. I really, really, really liked him. I am gonna miss him, but he's gonna have a better home where he's going. I know Connie's gonna give him a real good home. He's gotta have a spot where he's gonna be appreciated and seen. If I stick him among my stuff, and there's so much to see, he will just completely be drowned out. There we go. And that was my two. And thank you very much, Martha and Connie and everybody else. And thank you, Bree, for your constant help.
All right. So my next item is going to start at 60.
Oh,
And there were a
no.
lot of different companies that made these, so I can't
Nice.
identify it, but it does glow. It is glowy glass. And it is stretch glass. I'll show you up close. So it's got this iridescence. This glass was stretched. There's the base. No chips or cracks on this part. And I've had this in my collection for a while. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shape. No chips, no cracks.
That's a beautiful piece.
Yeah. And it stands 10.5 inches tall to the top of the lid right there.
And you have the lid. I've seen these without the lid a lot.
Yeah.
Lids get lost.
Because without the lid, it looks like a oversized sundae dish.
Yep. Seen those.
But it's funny, when I looked this up a couple weeks ago, there were 3 on eBay currently listed for sale. All 3 of them were slightly different. The lid piece was slightly different. All of them were listed as Fenton. They were not all Fenton. Almost every single company during the Depression era made a version of this apothecary jar. So trying to figure out who did it can be very difficult. But it is in amazing condition. I'm holding it very carefully because I do not want to drop it.
Nice. Yeah, that is a unique piece. And like I said, without any cracks and chips and with the lid and everything, that's rare to find.
Yeah. I about passed out when I found it a couple of summers ago. And it has
Sometimes when I do that, I want to send out a piece of glass and put like a little small bag of chips in there and say, "Hey, I got it has chips. I'm sorry." Those little Lay's small bags that you get at the at Costco or something.
all right. If there's no interest, I will carefully set that down. And then my second one, going to start at 25. And it is Fenton Burmese Rose Bowl. And it glows.
Wow.
So much. So much.
Wow.
And it's funny because I got this one it's one of the more expensive antique stores around here. I don't very often buy stuff from there. But I fell in love with it and I bought it for resale and it is set on my shelf for almost a year. So
Wow.
I had to enjoy it for a while.
That is a great find. That is a wonderful find.
Usually these are the satin, but this one's glossy.
Yeah.
And usually they're painted. This one's not painted.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little one. And it's 3.5 inches tall. I see Connie in at 25. Thank you, Connie. I always worry when I've got a piece of Fenton that I've priced it wrong and that Becky's just sitting in the chat going, because she is the Fenton expert.
Yes, she is. It's always good to have one of those on hand when you have questions.
And of course, no chips, no cracks.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's the glow that gets me.
Yeah.
And this is with my ring light on. Pretty
Definitely.
amazing. All right, I'm going to start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Oh, Connie, yes. You just set up a little cabinet. You absolutely need that.
Yeah, that's
Perfect. Okay, Becky
definitely.
says I'm good. Thank you,
And
Connie. And those are my two.
cool. And back to me. What do we have? I have had this sitting on my shelf for few months now. This is a totally cool butterfly teapot. Now I was thinking of taking that to the antique mall, but all my teapots I took out there 3 months ago are still sitting there. So, and it does have the number on the bottom. I forgot what the company was. I knew it once, but I'm just behind. I'm just behind, but this is a very cool piece, and I've seen it priced very high, and I'm only asking $12 for it, starting.
Oh, that is a good price. I love that the strawberries are not completely ripe yet. I love the color on the strawberries.
And there's a little bug too. I just call it the butterfly pot because there's so many butterflies on there. And I love the purple one. So, and this is, and it's got the gold trim on the handle and the gold trim on top here. And then
Tiger,
it
I'll be
has,
right back.
yeah. And there's a lid. There's some more butterflies and a lot more bugs on the lid. Another purple one. Purple. And this is a unique piece. I mean, not unique as in rare, but unique as in, you don't see that too often, as opposed to the regular teapots that you see all over the place nowadays. The little glass ones are the ones that you get at Tivana or Starbucks or whatever it's called now. And I did not measure how much room is in there, but you can get a real nice load of tea inside here. So if you're a tea drinker or if you have a tea party, you need this size. But we don't have the tea party people here today. That is fine. We're going to just and a lot. Two suitcases at, I think they were about pretty much maxed out at the was it 23 pounds each, and a carry-on, two carry-ons, one of them full of fragile things, except for that ram, and I will never forget that. But I think that was a reason for that was because it was meant to stay with me, because the way it is now, I can still display it and look at it and enjoy it, because one side is unharmed, only the horn on the other side broke off, but I'm gonna glue that back on somehow. So what's next? Next, we have the wooden lion. I just threw that in because I thought he was so cool. I started doing collecting some animals for an animal sale, but I figured we can throw him in anyways. He's a wooden lion. We're starting him at $6, which is a steal. And yes, that is a guy lion. With him, I know for sure he's a he. And he's not super heavy, not super big. But if you like the wooden animals, I know some of you do. It'd be nice in the display. If it was a tiger, he would stay here. Even though I have been known to rehome a few tigers here and there because there are so many of them. I never did show you. I found a little plush tiger in Germany. It's sitting on the shelf over there now. He is beautiful. And then I got those two plush tigers behind me, of course. Anyone collecting lions? This would be your big chance. No, I don't know what kind of wood it is. I love wood, but I've never I never really know how to recognize these things, unfortunately. That's a whole new class I haven't taken yet. But if no one is interested, that's fine. We'll move on. Put this away for another sale. Back to you.
I collected lines when I was 10.
There you go.
All right. So my next one's going to start at 20. Oh, my nose is.
Oh, wow.
And this is the Windsor Candy Box from Indiana Glass. And it is a nice large candy dish in this gorgeous blue color. No chips, no cracks. The candy dish itself is 7.5 inches across. So it is a really nice size candy dish. And Indiana Glass made this in a lot of different colors, as they did all the stuff that they made. But it's in beautiful condition. The only thing that would make it better is if I had the box.
But that's a beautiful shape. It's so different. And it's blue.
I know. The color on it is just something else. I loved it. Yes, winter blue.
That's a beautiful piece.
I had done a deep dive into candy dishes and realized that a lot of different companies use the name Windsor for one of their patterns, but none of them were the same pattern. So this is the Indiana Glass Windsor pattern. Yes, it would look great in a 4th of July display. Absolutely. This blue would be very good for that.
Nice. Yeah, that is a beautiful piece. I wish I had room for more. I would totally get that, but I can't. I can't. I gotta reduce my own load. Love the shape. Kind of reminds me of a UFO.
All right. If there's no interest, and remember, if you're watching on the replay and you want to know if something's still available, you can email either one of us to ask us.
Thank you for bringing it up. I always forget about that, even though I do get emails after the show sometimes.
My next piece is going to start at $18. This is Guernsey Glass. It is Rocking Horse from 1982, and we know that because it says it right in there. So this really pretty piece of white carnival glass, and his name is Rocky, because it also says it right there. No chips, no cracks. He's this big. At his highest point, he stands like 3 inches tall, and he's like 4.25 inches long. So just a really pretty little piece of carnival glass. I actually bought this thinking my niece would like it because she loves the white carnival glass, but she's not so much into horses.
Oh, how can one not be into horses?
Especially rocking horses.
I thought everybody was into horses, especially girls.
Apparently she is not.
Oh well. Someone's gotta break the pattern, otherwise it gets boring.
And it really does rock. I don't know if I can show you, but it rocks.
Yeah, it rocks.
All right. Those are my two for this round.
And I have the last of my green pieces, the salamander / gecko. I don't know which one it would be, because the color doesn't really go well. I think some salamanders are more likely to be green. I thought they were yellow, and geckos are striped. So I don't know, but he is cool. The
He
irony
is
is,
cool.
the irony is, he was made in Germany, and I found him in Germany. I brought him to Arizona, where we have all sorts of these guys all over the place. In fact, I see him running up my wall all the time, and we are
Man.
starting
Oh,
him.
Jane, that's terrible. Gross. Oh
Oh, yikes! Oh, reminds me of the day when my cat Junior, years and years ago, he's long dead now, got a hold of a bag of bread, white regular toast white bread, sliced the sliced stuff, and he took a bite out of each slice, thinking it would taste better than the last one, and it didn't. So he took a bite out of the next slice. It didn't taste good either. So we found a bunch of bread slices on the floor with one bite taken out of each of them.
no. Oh no.
So $12. Oh, did I say that yet? $12. We're starting this guy at $12 for the totally cool German pottery gecko or salamander. Let's go with salamander. I don't think we have geckos in Germany. We have salamanders.
I am loving this pottery. Just stunning.
Right? Yeah, I got lucky. I found that, and that's just it. You got to go to the small flea markets, and that was at near where my friend lives. Connie, there we go. He'll go with your fish. Of course, you can always hang him on the wall too somehow. You just got to figure out how to do that, or build a little floating shelf and sit him on there next to the fish. um, and then here's Martha. Look at that. Yeah, I was lucky because my friend lives outside of Berlin in a small town, and they had a flea market there in that area, and they were all regular people just clearing out their houses. Like all the big flea markets, especially in Berlin, they're mostly dealers, and a lot of them
Yeah.
are Turkish, Arabic, Russian, and thank you, Connie. And I don't, and I'm not saying that because I'm discriminating or anything. I'm just saying that because those guys are rough. They are rough dealers. They the prices are high and they're hard to deal to bargain with.
Yeah.
And
For
it's
us little
just
resellers, we just can't do it.
exactly. And and the regular people, they're a lot nicer. You talk to them and you chat with them, and and you have a conversation with them, and they may have stories to go with the pieces or something, and they have nicer prices, and they still bring in money, but then they also probably don't have to pay the rent with that. They just have a little extra cash in the pocket. So it's all the pros and cons. And some of those professional dealers just really annoyed me because they wouldn't let you walk away. You randomly look at an item, and even if you ask, especially when you ask how much it is and you decide, no, it's not for me, they just won't let you go. They keep running after you and go, well, how
Oh,
much do you want to give? How much do you want to give? How much? Blah 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 blah. And then you're trying to tell them, no, I'm not going to buy
yeah. I
this.
don't
If
like that.
I would, the price is way too high, especially for me as a reseller. Even if I offered them half, it would be high for me, and they would not take half. I know that. So instead of just taking no for an answer, that's the part that bothers me. That's the part. Anyways, let's go ahead and count this down. 10. Lizard, there you go. Thank you. I knew there was another word for it, but I do like salamander. Lizard is easy to pronounce, though. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. So, anywho, I keep telling stories that I come up
Robert.
with. Hi, Robert. Good morning. Cool. Thank you so much. And that was my two, I think.
Nope. That was your first one.
Oh, that was my first one. I had it on second. I went backwards. Next one is this totally cool wooden box I picked up.
Ooh, pretty.
I think it is Eastern European, but I don't know for sure. It does have a few odds and ends there on the edge, which is especially on this side. It's a little bit of a piece missing, but I figured that can be can be fixed easily. Just paint it over; you won't even see it. And it's on the back. So if you sit it on here, and we're starting this at $10. It's a nice, good, big box. And you can put jewelry in there, or you can put I put some stuff in there on the way back too. And look
Put
at the size.
scrapbooking stickers in there.
Yep. And here's the back. And here's the bottom. Now it's not signed, but I just really like it. People have these cigar boxes nowadays that they make up and make them look pretty and stuff. And this one is already made up pretty. Even with that little boo-boo there on the back, it's still not, I mean, you can see it if you look at it or look for it. But if you just display the box like that, you can't really see it too much. And it's just a beautiful piece. I fell in love with that at one of the thrift stores that I went to. And that's funny because I was looking for a particular thrift store that I was going to go to last year, and I never made it, which was on the other side of the lake. And that one seems to have closed down because I couldn't find that place anymore. It
Oh,
wasn't
that's a bummer.
listed anymore, which was a bummer because I want to take the boat over to the thrift store and just go on a boat ride, which I could have done anyways. But then I found these other two, which were both in, well, one of them was in what used to be East Berlin or East Germany, and the other one was on the west side, on the other side of the wall. But both of those were huge and so organized and so clean. They had good prices. Those were the ones I had I had the videos about. I made the videos about. They were just, and then like that they had so many rooms. So each room had its theme. There was the room with the glass. There was the room with kitchen items. There was a room with furniture. There was a room with bedding, or the room with bathroom furniture, or even kitchen furniture. It was beautiful. Well, take care, Kim. Thanks for stopping in, and let me
Bye,
know when you
Becky.
end up. Bye, Becky. Thank you for stopping in too. So Becky and Kim are both leaving. Let's see what's going on there. So, anywho, no one interested in this beautiful box. That's fine. We can move on, and we can go back to you then.
All right, so this is my pottery round. First up, I've got a piece of California pottery.
Wow.
This is the nut dish with the handle. Now there's a little bit of wear here on the handle. This was obviously used. So I'm just going to start it at $12. $12. And here's where you can see it's California Original USA 894. They made these in different colors. I always think it's interesting to look something up and see how many different colors it came in. This, of course, was my favorite color.
That is beautiful.
There is some crazing in the bottom. Yeah, you can see the crazing in the bottom. But no chips, no cracks. Just a little bit of wear to the gold. And it's a nice size. It is, let's see, at its widest point, 10.5 inches. 10.5 by 8 inches. To me, this is just a really nice representation of mid-century. And I actually had this on my end table, just holding bits and bobs of things. And then I redid everything to make more room for scrapbooking, and I don't have room for it anymore.
Yeah, that is awesome. I don't normally like the greenish colors, but that's a nice one, especially with the brown in it.
Yeah.
It's a shade. And I love the shape. It's different.
That's what caught my eye with it in the beginning, was the shape, and then the little handle. There were a lot of things that we don't like about the 1950s, but I liked that they did entertaining quite often. And there weren't fancy pieces that were put away because you had people over, so you had them out and you used them.
Well, I mean, people still entertain nowadays, but they just don't use nice fancy pieces anymore. They use all the
But
plastic and,
paper plates and
styrofoam.
plastic cutlery, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
because they're too lazy to do the dishes, or don't want to do the dishes, or they're just, they're just. I don't know. I don't understand the whole how the culture could have changed like that. Because that's just, I don't know. It's beyond me. But
Yep,
it is.
I
It is what
agree.
it is.
All right, and my second piece is McCoy pottery. This one's going to start at, let me see, 25. And it's gorgeous. The glaze is amazing. It's a 527, I believe. 527. And this one spans 8.5 inches tall.
That's beautiful. I like that.
And it had like an inch of dust in it when I bought it. It was so gross. Don't like
Oh,
OPD. I had to clean that immediately. But
oh
it's
yeah.
set up somewhere and never got any use and just collected dust for years and years. So has no chips. It has no cracks.
Yeah, depending on where you buy it, sometimes it helps though when it looks kind of nasty. That because then they can't charge as much money for it.
Right.
Then it'll be cheaper because it looks like, yeah, nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody wants to touch it, so let's just get rid of it.
Yeah, I am the queen of cleaning. And I, for a low price, will dig through dirt to find something fantastic. But if you're charging
Yeah,
high prices and you haven't cleaned your stuff, I'm not even going to look at it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with that.
All right. If there's no interest, that was my round.
Cool. And we're back to me. Man, that's going quick here today. If it wasn't for my stories, we'd be done by now. And now that Becky's gone, now I'm bringing out the Fenton. Go figure. I do have these two pieces that were I had on before, so they're the clearance price
Oh,
pieces. I
Connie
got
was
them.
in at 25.
Oh,
Is it okay if I just do a real quick countdown?
yes, yes, yes. You can go ahead.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yeah, Kaz, I'm not normally a brown person either, but that glaze and the shape, so pretty. All right. Thank you, Connie. Maybe I'm
Cool.
moving too fast.
No,
Okay.
it's the leg. It's the leg. The leg is moving slow today. I don't know what's up with that. So, anywho, and I, of course, just found a little bit of a dirt
Now you got to
spot
switch us back because you put me back over.
taken off on my white piece here, but this is the ruffled edge milk. Whoops. Yeah. Milk glass Fenton candy dish that
Ooh. It's my favorite
and I'm,
shape or favorite pattern.
and I'm going to offer this up at $7. $7, which is less than what I was asking for before. So it is nothing wrong with being indecisive, Connie, as long as you get it on time before we go home, before we are home, before we say stop. I mean to the broadcast. Never mind. Anyways, look,
Back to
Becky's
the
back.
cabbage rose.
She heard Fenton, and here she goes. Here she comes back. $7. Here we go for this totally cool ruffled edge Fenton candy dish. That's a beautiful piece, and it's
It
another
is.
one that's not painted. Sometimes I like the unpainted ones better.
I do too.
Some of the painted designs I just don't like. I mean, it's usually all flowers and stuff, which is not my thing.
Or the colors that they
All
use.
the colors,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Let's go ahead and count this down. 10, 9. That's a beautiful piece too. If you're into Fenton, this is a great deal. 8, 7. Ah, the cable guy, the famous cable guy. Ooh, ooh. Let's talk about that later. That's after hours. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh, that's right. That was the other Fenton Becky. I get my Beckys all mixed up today. I'm just I'm just that way today. And my other Fenton is the Rose Bowl.
Ooh,
And this one we're starting at $9. And
that's
that's
just a
still a
fantastic price on
special
that.
deal. Those are listed for a lot of money on eBay, but again, they're listed on eBay for a lot of money. Doesn't mean people get a lot of money for them. But this is a fairly uh, it is one of the pieces that you don't find too often. And here we go. Becky is back. The other Becky is back.
Yeah,
So
cabbage
good.
rose, I just love. It's my favorite pattern. So
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, yeah. I love this. I love this guy too. I mean, and he's a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier. So and he has some substance to him. And again, it's a guy. Why is it always a guy? Red roses, it's gotta give me a gal. So I like this gal. She has roses and she is white. She's getting ready to get married. Could put like a little face on here or something. Yeah, there you go. Make a top that looks like a girl or something and stick that on top of there. Oh,
Joan, Becky was already in at 9 on that.
yeah,
So
Becky
we
was already in at
$10.
9. Yeah, I think Becky came
Yeah,
in before
yeah.
we typed out all the stuff. Becky was too fast. So if you're interested, Joan, I would ask you for to go up to 10. But yeah, this is a real nice piece. And it is, I have not seen a whole lot of those. It's funny, some of these Fenton pieces you find a gazillion of, and then some of them you don't. Some of them you rarely see. What I almost, what I was bidding on and did end up not getting, there we go. Thank you very much, Joan. Appreciate that. And what I was not able to get because the price went up too high in one of the most recent estate sales was, I can't click that fast, was a Fenton lot that had cardinals painted on it. There was milk glass, and it also had a fairy lamp. It had a
Wow.
bell. It had, I mean, there were a few pieces in there, but they also raised the fee, so the fee was 18%, and it ended up selling for $66 for the whole lot, which for a collector that's a great deal. For a reseller, not so much.
Yeah.
By the time you add the fees and everything, you're also at like 70-80 bucks, and I think it was like 5 or 6 pieces. But it was beautiful. I didn't even know they had a cardinal lot, and it was because the whole lot was the cardinal lot. That's what I liked about it. It was an instant collection because I mean, people have Fenton, but I have not seen just one type. And that fairy lamp was cool. I'm sure that fairy lamp. I mean, fairy lamps are not really that popular anymore. They had their day like last
Yeah.
last year or 2 years ago. They were going crazy. Or people were going crazy over fairy lamps, and now I don't know. People are not just really interested in them anymore. Otherwise, that fairy lamp alone would have been a really good deal. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and count this down. And thank you both, Joan and Becky. I appreciate that. 10, 9, 8, 7. Connie, if you're thinking. 6, 5, 4. I know, wrong color. 3, 2, 1. Stop. I still have a couple of fairy lamps somewhere in my mess. I know I have the Viking one, that red one that I love. Hey, Kathy, good morning. That I absolutely love. But it's buried among so much stuff right now. Yeah. I'm gonna have to have another yard sale, but not in the summer. I think I'll wait till the fall with that.
Yeah.
Joan, you got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your offers. And I think this was my second one this time.
Yep.
Both Fentons. Thank you.
All right. I have another piece of crystal, but this one is FTD from the 80s. So it's right up here. So it's FTD from 1986. Just a little crystal bowl. Super pretty. It's going to start at $10. It's 4.5 inches tall and like 5.5 inches wide. So just a pretty little crystal bowl.
Nice. That's a pretty piece too, though.
Yeah. I love hearts. I know some people don't like hearts on everything, but I love hearts. So.
Yeah, we should appreciate hearts to keep us going.
Yeah. They're kind of necessary.
Yeah. Yep. Which is why they're so popular.
It's the size.
And again, clear. You can put any color in there. You can put anything in there. You can even put like a piece of purple tissue paper in there and make it purple. That's what I would do. Oh.
You put your brooches in it. You can put your vintage
There you
hankies
go.
in it because you can still see them.
Yep.
You could put a lot of candy in there because it's a pretty deep bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice.
There's no interest. We'll move on to my second item.
It would last longer than my
Hi,
usual
Chrissy.
candy. Because candy is gone in like 2 minutes. Hey, Chrissy.
Okay, so my
Wow.
next piece, it's going to start at 20, but let me tell you about it. This is an antique EAPG piece of glass from 1884. This is the oval medallion milk glass hand-painted spooner by Challenor Taylor and Company. And I was able to find an original ad online that showed this. That's how I can give you so much information about it. So this piece of glass is from 1884 and it's hand painted. The pictures are slightly different. Now it does have some damage, but for glass from 1884, it's not too bad. It's got some flea bites here and some flea bites here, and it's got some staining inside because I think somebody was using it as a planter because I cleaned a lot of like actual dirt out of this. So there's another flea bite right here, but the flea bites are all around the edges here.
Yeah, but sometimes they just can't avoid them depending what you do with it. Looks like maybe back in the day they used it for food or something, and they had, or maybe for sugar, and they
Well,
had the
spooners
little.
were made to actually hold utensils.
Oh,
So
for the
you would,
utensils. There you
in
go.
the late 1800s, you would have like the buffet for breakfast, and your spooner would be holding your utensils on the buffet.
And
So yeah, it
spooner.
would get
Oh,
dings.
so that would make sense too. Yeah. So that just happens.
So it's an
I
amazing shape for its age.
was gonna say it's a pretty good shape for its age.
And for the hand painting to still look the way that it does, I think it's exquisite. And this was
Yeah.
the garage sale where the guy had Dollar Tree stuff marked for $2 and $3 and did not recognize that this was a piece of antique glass. You just never know what you're going to
Yeah.
find when you're out.
Or he didn't care. He just wanted to get rid of it and figured someone else can enjoy it
Seen
and
it, yeah, because it was
make some
filthy.
money with it. And again, if it's dirty, you can't ask as much money. If it wasn't set in that shape, you would probably ask a lot more.
Yeah, I use a spooner, a clear glass spooner, to hold all of my makeup brushes. So that's what I use my spooner for. All right. If there's no interest, that was my round. Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
and I'm totally distracted. And let's see what else I have. I still have this. And we're going back to green. The frog cup and saucer I showed last week. Here it is. And I am asking $10 for the set. Of course, it's a set because it's a cup and a saucer. So it's two pieces, not just a cup. With the frogs on there that I also picked up at the little flea market. I've never seen one of those before. It's just, and then of course there's the frog on the saucer.
Oh my goodness. That's adorable.
Isn't it? So yeah, you got a cup and a saucer, and it is unique. I've not seen one of those before. No, it was probably made by an artisan pottery person, like that big dish I showed that big bowl with a lid I have. That what was 20? Oh, never
The
mind.
spooner Kaz was asking.
Oh, okay, yeah. This one I was asking $10 for. $10 fee to rehome the frogs. If you have frog pond or something, you can offer them their coffee in this cup. They would feel right at home.
It's just adorable.
I love that they just got like actual frogs on there, not painted on, but actually sitting on there. I just love that. Kind of look like hippos too, but they are frogs. They're supposed to be frogs. They're kind of fat frogs. And yeah, I have to ask $10 for it. It's two pieces. It's a handmade. I'm pretty sure it's handmade. It's not signed, but I'm pretty sure it's handmade by one of those local pottery people. And if you look at it closely, some of these line up too. Some of these, which is really cool. Depending on how you put it, how you sit it, you can make them line up on one side. That's me. That's the CDO in me. They have to line up. But if we have no interest, that's fine. We can move on. We also have another one of my clearance items. And this one I'm going to ask $7 for. It's a green basket glass. Now, I don't know if this is a Fenton or not. I don't remember what it was. I think I had it figured out before and I forgot. Looks like a bamboo handle, the way the handle is made. And it's fairly large. And we're starting this at $7, which is a steal. $7 for this totally cool basket. To make room for other baskets in my house. Oh, and here comes Becky. Thank you so much.
Becky knows that's a great price on that.
Oh, yes. Becky knows her stuff. Plus, I haven't seen Becky in over a month. So get a chance to hang out again. And yeah, it is a nice piece. It's a large, heavy piece. And you can put a lot of M&Ms in there. And it's green. Those of you who love the green. And there's Joan. Thank you so much, Joan. I mean, I just look at that. Look, here I am. In fact, I just went to Guccieville, among other places, yesterday, and I saw a real nice piece of clear crystal, and I held it up and took a picture through it because it was so cool. Tell him to stop bugging you, Bree. Tell him you're busy, or he's gonna get in trouble with me. Ah, so there. Right, Kathy? We need to do that. We need to do like maybe maybe do lunch or dinner dates once a month or once every other month, where you all just get together somewhere and do a resellers small resellers meeting, reseller meetup. There is grown again. Thank you so much. That's a great idea. Of course, we're coming from all over the place, trying to get everybody together in one location. That'll be someone's going to be complaining. It's too far to drive. Cool. So yeah, I love that, and I actually have one of the pictures that are too large to show on here that I got enlarged for my trip was a little white ball, glass ball, hanging in a kind of a wavy, snaky silver halter ring, whatever it's called, in front of a green shrubs or something. I took a picture of that, and that came out beautiful. Such a beautiful shot. And Peggy is out. Thank you so much, both of you. Let's go and count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. There you go, Bree. Let's go ahead and start something for July. Um, if I remember, I'll get to it and look at potential options where we could meet, and you just let me know what dates work for you. There we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And that was my 2.
All right. These are my last 2 items. And then after Tiger shows his last 2 items, we will do a speed round. So if you missed the stuff from the beginning, you'll want to hang around. All right. I have this gorgeous satin blue tumble up. It's going to start at $20. And this is the first one I've ever seen with an underplate. To me, this is very 1980s. Here's the underplate. Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
Now, there are some bubbles in the glass. You can see the bubbles in the glass. You can't feel them, but you can see them through the glass. Nice and clean. It's just your typical tumble up size. And I love how cute the glass is on this tumble up. It's just so stinking cute.
It
all
is.
3 pieces, only $20. And the satin glass is so soft. Just so pretty. And if you're not the kind of person who wants to have water in glass sitting at your bedside, somebody said to keep this in your bathroom and put your mouthwash in it. And then it's pretty in your bathroom and not just sitting there in a gross old mouthwash bottle.
Nice. See, all I'm using is an old jar, an old whatever, jar from a marmalade jar or something for my mouthwash, because I don't like to have these big plastic bottles sitting around. They're so ugly and they're just annoying. So I put it in a small jar, but nothing as fancy as that.
Yep.
That's a great
You could
idea.
be super fancy.
Yep.
It's
Wonderful
such a
idea.
pretty tumble up.
Mhm.
All right, if there's no interest, my last item has 3 parts. Gorn's Bridge for 2, which these are not uncommon. You can find them, and they were made in a bunch of different years. This one is from, let's see, it's under my 1964. And this cracks me up because it says, I'm delighted to endorse Bridge for Two as a source of fun and entertainment to even the most casual of bridge players. Our country's need for a good, fast, two-handed card game has always exceeded that for a good 5-cent cigar.
Wow.
So it is all here to the best of my knowledge. I believe the instructions are even in there. Yeah, score pads are in there. So everything is here. And then I have these handmade napkins to go with it. And then I have these coaster / ashtray / nut dishes. These were advertised as all three. No chips, no cracks in any of them. So all of it is going to start at $15. So you get the coaster
Nice.
/ personal ashtray / nut dish, the handmade napkins, and the card game. So you can have game night. Have a game night date with your love.
That's a great idea to put all that together in a set.
I just think it's super fun.
It is. Yeah, that's cool.
And these are nice and thick. There were different companies that made them, so they were unmarked. I couldn't identify the company that made them. The transfer's on the back, so normal wear on the inside isn't going to take the transfer off. And these even hold like my Starbucks coffee cup.
There we go.
Coffee cup. So they're a nice size. And if there's no interest, that's my last item.
Cool. And if there's interest, it's still your last item, right?
Yeah.
Let's give it 5 more seconds. The way it's been going today. Okay. And I have another clearance set. 2 espresso cups. No, these don't have saucers. But I just absolutely love these.
Oh, that color.
However, I have so many other ones. No, the bottom is funnily is different, but it's the same company. So I don't know if they were from 2 different sets or if they really made them on purpose this way, because the top looks matching. We're starting these at $8 for the set. It's only $4 a piece. I have them hanging in my kitchen under the cabinet where I got those little hooks for cups, but I have so many I just gotta switch them out at some point. So I took those down and put some other ones in there. But I just absolutely love the design. But I don't drink espresso. I drink cappuccino.
Yeah, I don't drink either.
I don't like the plain espresso. So they're both. They're just. I just love the design on these, and I love the colors on these. They're just cool. Again, $8 for both. And what else do we have? We have.
Oh, you got Jane at 8.
See, it works. Thank you. It works. Got to do that more often. His and hers. There you go, Bree. Or hers and his and his, depending on your household. But yeah, everybody can have. And that's kind of nice thing about the bottom being different. If everyone, if you have 2 people in your family and they all insist on their own piece, then you can tell which one is which. Otherwise, they look pretty similar. Cool. Let's go ahead and count this down. They are pretty cows. That's why I fell in love with them, as I've looked at them for a long, long time. I've had them for a couple of years. So let's go ahead and count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I'm so good. I learned the word stop finally. Even though I don't know if we have issues with the B word in Arizona or not.
Yeah.
It's just the whole that's way above my pay grade. And the last item is there we go. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jane. Appreciate it. The last item is this totally cool dragon silverware holder. I just found this yesterday and I bought several of them, several different kinds and sizes. Like I was gonna use them for my ephemera, put postcards in them. This one may have the walls may be a little too low for postcards, but you can put marbles in there again, Becky. We're starting this at $12, and
I
I
love
don't
it
know,
has dragons.
isn't that cool? Yeah, I don't, I don't know who made those. I don't know who made those, but I know I've seen floating around on the internet for quite a lot of money. Again, I don't know if people get the quite a lot of money, and I don't even want to get quite a lot of money. I just want to make sure they find a new home, and someone is interested in these.
Would
And
it hold
again,
would it hold Ritz crackers?
probably would, yeah. That's something that would work probably because I've actually seen them as there has as biscuit holders too, and I'm thinking that's too small for biscuits, but I'm different ones are probably larger ones out there that would hold biscuits. But I just like this design. Should have sent that to Mary Beth for her birthday, but I just found it yesterday,
Oh
and
yeah, you could put sugar
it's
packets in there, Karen.
yep, there you go. But
There's a
it's
lot of different ideas. It's beautiful.
I know. Yeah, and that's why I brought it because I know I'm not sure if anyone is interested in well, I mean clear glass, white porcelain, but I just think it's a beautiful piece. It's a great idea to have this, and yeah, if you have like your little coffee station, you can put your
Yeah,
sugar
tea bag.
or tea bags. Yeah, you can put all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's not too big, so which I sometimes you like the small. Sometimes smaller is better. You can always refill it, but it doesn't take up too much space. It looks nice. It's pretty. If no one is interested, then and we have two jinxes.
And the white is timeless. It goes with any decor.
Exactly. Cool. Well, that's okay. We can move on, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with the first page in my case, whichever page you want in your case. Recap.
All right. So I
Recap.
had the
Thanks, Jane. Take care. Appreciate it.
the hand painted tulip trays. They're slightly different. The leaves are different on the flowers. And it was $6 for both. I had the Avon powder jar. Perfect for brooches, perfect for little things that you want to be able to see so you don't forget they exist. That's $10. The gorgeous blue Parkerware dinner plates with this white ruffle. Those are $12. And they're dinner plate size. This little blue rooster. He's made in China, but he's vintage made in China. And he's not a solar pepper. He's just a blue rooster. He is $6. The ball juice pitcher, it's little. It's 15. No chips, no cracks. The Sheffield, England 3-piece carving set in box. And that knife is a little over 12 inches. And that's 15. Roxanne, was that for the ball pitcher? I think with the lag, that should be for the pitcher. Yes. All right, Roxanne, I've got you down for that. Thank you very much. Sure. Rooster. I don't ever see like vintage stuff that was made in China. I had picked up 2 pieces that shopping trip. And that was, the rooster was $6. All right, the made in Italy ceramic basket. And it's a nice size. This one was 20. The Waterford double old fashioned, that one's $30. And it does say Marquis by Waterford right above my finger. And the last thing was the Rosenthal crystal bowl. This one is super heavy, but it was so beautiful, I could not resist. And this one is also etched in the bottom and says Rosenthal Classic. Oh, it's gorgeous. And that one was 25. That's my recap.
Oops. Just a sec. I'm disorganized, as usual. Cool. So, I forgot to write something down, but I hope I got that rectified now. I can always look at the rerun later. Watch it again later. It'll be good for my viewers, anyways. Does it count if I watch my own shows on the algorithm?
I don't
know.
One can only hope.
I can give thumbs to my own show, which I never do because I always forget about that little detail. Okay, so we start out with the super heavy and beautiful ram with one horn detached. It's a beautiful wooden piece. And I was asking $12 for it for the rehoming fee. And yes, this horn comes with it. It's here. It's just not on him. Unfortunately, that was already broken when I got him in that lot that he came in. And yeah, that's a guy. You can tell just the way he's acting up. It's like, oh, it's all this testosterone at work. So $12 for him. Large and heavy, but beautiful. And yes, it can be reattached, the horn. And then I had the Blue Mountain pottery vase. I was asking just $7 for that. Such a beautiful little short vase. There's the Blue Mountain stamp on the bottom there. Probably about 6 inches tall, I'm thinking. And it's a fat vase. You don't see those too often. I love the shape of this gal. She's a gal now. Got that. That was $7. Then we had the German set of 2
You got
demi-tasse.
Becky for $7.
Ah, Becky, got you. Thank you so much, Becky. Appreciate it. And now I gotta find my pen again that I just hid from myself.
Kaz, I agree. That was pretty.
Yeah, I love that thing. Then we had the set of 2 German demi-tasse with a cobalt blue Weimar porcelain, echt Kobalt. Set of 2. What did I have on there? $12 for the set of 2. Absolutely beautiful pieces. Then we had the donkey. That was a little bit damaged. The mid-century donkey with a wildcat juice and the 6 cups. And the damage was on the back. Whoops. Let me take them apart without destroying everything.
Hi,
Hey, Helen. See, it's so tight you can it'll hold up just fine without it. That's where it's damaged right there. It's a piece broken off. And that's why I was only asking $6 for that. Because it was damaged. Then I also had the decanter with glasses. The mid-century, beautiful piece. And I think I had 15 on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or did I have 20 on it? But I can let it go for 15. Beautiful piece. And here's one of the glasses. Long time no see, Helen. I hope all is well with you. And then we had, I wouldn't mind keeping this one. It'll look really nice in my display, but I don't have room. My displays are full. And then what else did we have? We still have one set of these totally cool horse stamps left over. $6. If you're a horse collector or a stamp collector, or if you're a junk journaler, or you can do so many things with these. Got that. That was the first page. We almost had everything on the first page, so taken care of. Do I still have that purple sherbet dish? I thought someone took that.
Yeah, someone took that.
I didn't write that down again. Oh man. Okay, there you go. Kaz, get the horses. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, someone took that. Who took the purple sherbet dish? Raise your hand now or forever hold your peace.
Deanna, I still have the blue tumble up available.
Cool. What was I going to look at? Oh.
It's 20.
Cool. So I think that was most of the stuff from page 1. Everything else, I think everybody else already saw. And with that, we can go ahead and Deanna, there you go. Deanna's taking it.
And Deanna, I don't think I have your info, so just make sure that you email me your info. And I've got you down for that. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, Jane. Sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't write that down. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
But I knew someone had it. I just couldn't remember who.
There's a lot of juggling of stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then there's my brain that's not cooperating either way. What can I say? But hey, that was pretty much everything. And anything else, if you have any more issues, questions, or want to watch it all over again, you can always watch the replay. And please, please, please thumb us.
Karen wants to see the frog cup again.
Yes, of course.
And I will be invoicing starting tonight. I don't know that I will finish all invoicing tonight, but you have 48 hours to pay. But if everybody pays by the time that it's, like by tomorrow, if everybody pays, I go to the post office and everything gets shipped out immediately. So
there we go. Here are the frogs.
It's so stinking cute.
Isn't it? And I was asking $10 on that.
Sitting on its lily pad.
And that's 3 frogs. So that's $3 a frog plus $1 for the cup, and you can actually have your coffee out of it or tea.
Oh, thanks, Bree.
Yeah, the junk drawer stuff is fun. Giving me ideas. I'm starting to buy random stuff because I could possibly use it for something. There you go. You got it, Karen. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
And don't forget, Bree has a whatnot sale later today, right? Later today?
4 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, which is coming up in about 3 hours. So come and see us on whatnot. Cool.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Yes, and thank you, Claudia, for hanging out with us. It was
Well,
always
thank you for inviting me back.
always especially nice spending some time with you.
I agree.
And I missed everybody. I was gone, and I was thinking, should I really keep up the YouTube sales? And I'm here, and I'm thinking, I could not keep them up because there's so many nice people in the chat all the time.
Yes.
You know, and my algorithm's just not that great. But I just don't do that much either. I need to learn how to do the social media. If I could just learn that and get over the hump, then I'd be doing a lot better. But old dogs and new tricks and all that. Ugh,
It's difficult for us.
yeah, I'm getting back to my photos and see if I can do more of my artwork from now on because I just enjoy that. And then I'll bring those to YouTube. You never know. Do you have anything coming up, Claudia?
Just my usual. I have my Glass with Class sale on Mondays at 1 Eastern, and then Coffee Chat and a small sale 10 a.m. Wednesdays. And this Sunday coming up, I will have a static mug sale dropping that will be good for all of next week. So if you are looking for a new mug, I love my mugs. I'm going to have a static mug sale.
Oh, I picked up a
Becky,
bunch
I need
of
to learn to
mugs.
do the shorts. I've not even attempted one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, yeah, I can do the 15-second ones, but they're just always kind of like, blah. I don't know. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. Karen was following my picture trail too. uh, so yeah, we'll see what happens. And thank you, everybody. And I'm gonna try and ship this out by the weekend. Today I was planning on working on packing everything up, so I may get sidetracked because I know I need to make a run again because I forget stuff to take care of some business I forgot to do yesterday, and so on and so forth. And we'll all see you around the neighborhood and hopefully today at Breeze sale, which I'll probably forget myself because I'll be running around scrambling doing something. But I'm going to set my alarm and then I'll hopefully remember it. You all know the deal. You all keep it real. See you all next week. But bing in.